Welcome, everyone. It's all nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans. Featured right here on the TNI network. This is Trent Laws, my co-host, Jay Bowden and Bill. And this is the Time Machine Tuesday, NWA-TNA number 84, not 83, Jay Bone, 84 for the throwback edition of the show.
It's 84. Yeah, I got that right.
Hell of a year, 1984, huh? Anybody read that book?
It's a good book. Good book.
Great
it's a
book.
little bit of a downer, but it's a good book.
It is. Great year, though. A lot of stuff happened in 84. Huh?
Good album.
Good album. A lot of great movies in 84.
Oh, my God. Speaking of albums, dude, every Sunday morning, local station here does the best tunes of fill in the year. This last Sunday, they did 1984. They were playing Rat. They were playing Twisted Sister. They were playing Van Halen. They played all the hits from 84. I just damn near lost my mind. I'm like, I forgot how cool it was to be 10 years old again. I wish I was 10 again.
The 80s were a good decade to go after.
It was a great time to be a kid. I keep saying that to people. A lot of people don't get it when I say, I'm like, you don't understand. It was a really good time to be a kid. Movie-wise in 1984. I love we're talking about 2004, but we're like fixed on 84 now because of the episode number. But 16 Candles came out in 84. Red Dawn,
Winner.
Muppets Take Manhattan. Man, Once Upon a Time in America.
I love the Muppets.
Me too. Dune, The Natural, Bill. I know you'd love that one.
Love The Natural.
Amadeus, Nightmare on Elm Street, Never Ending Story. My God, look at 84. Against All Odds. Hey, look at that animal. Look at Romancing the Stone, The Burning Bed, Police Academy.
Love Michael Douglas.
Oh, Purple Rain, Gremlins, Revenge of the Nerds 1, Body Double, Splash, Footloose.
All right, that's the show. Good night, folks.
I can't believe the amount of Ghostbusters. Hello.
Ghostbusters. Hello.
Women in Red.
Temple of Doom.
Spinal Tap. Dude, the 80. I'm telling you, 80. Karate
Beverly
Kid.
Hills Cop.
Beverly Cop.
Terminator 1.
What the hell, man?
The Karate
Kid.
Kidding me?
Temple of Doom. Oh my God, what a year! I'm telling you, my sister.
Bonsai.
My sister was born.
Footloose. Kevin Bacon.
Repo Man.
Kevin Bacon.
My sister was born in 84. That's was the year I became a jealous sibling for about a week. About a week I was that little jealousy. I used to be the star of the house till my little baby sister came home. But very nice. Yep, a little bit, just for a little bit. Then I love her. I love her today. but welcome everybody. We're gonna talk NWA-TNA number 84. This is a good one. This is the Chris Harris run. All I can say is I swear, and we had him on the show. If you want to hear it from his mouth, he'll say it. You can hear what happened with all this. Go in the archives. I can't believe he didn't win the title. It's like I can't wrap my head around this. Like we're watching
a lot
the
of
build.
guys that didn't win titles in this era, which are surprising.
But Bill, we're watching the build here, and like we know what's going to happen. We know he's not winning, and it's hurting me every week that he's killing it on TV.
I'll tell you, it kind of goes full circle again. NWA, the current version of NWA, had a big past weekend, and they did change the world champion.
Finally,
Trevor Murdoch,
is
now champion from Nick Aldis, Magnus. But this feels like, once again, they had Nick Aldis as champion for so much of this version. It's just like Jeff Jarrett. It's like the old NWA.
Yeah. Good
so this
point.
is like the one that broke through. It's going to be like, well, why didn't this guy break through? But they haven't had a consistent roster this whole time, so it's going to be tough for that. This is one of the few guys that stuck around.
Yeah.
Like him and Bram.
Yeah, pretty much. Jay, let me ask you a question. You knew going in that Harris doesn't win it because we know the history of it because we had Chris on, but you're watching the build as for the first time, right? This has to be killing. Like I'm sure you agree. Like he's absolutely on fire right at this point.
Well, I was number one. That's one thing I said to you guys right before we went live. I was like, I love this episode. Specifically because it felt like the crowd was back. It's like there was a few weeks that crowd was really freaking wonky. I mean, the crowd lost control a little bit. I mean, there was still some ICP representing here,
a little bit.
But a majority of the crowd was very, very into what was going on in the ring. So, I mean, with the exception of a couple of ICP chants, this crowd was hot all night. And it really helped everything because there were some insane matches in this card tonight. Holy shit.
You know what made this card really good? You mentioned that. This is something. This is the art of a booker. It was built. It was booked in like that wave of like, you start them off hot, you keep them up here, you keep them up here, you give them a little bit of cool, then you give them something real hot to bring them back up. You know, you give them that rest period. It was perfect booking 101. It has
flowed.
A wave. Perfect flow.
Flowed.
Like it when it was over, I was like, I can't believe it's over. Like it just boom. It was.
They've had a handful of those, and more often than not in this last run. They've been put. Like it was a while where they weren't putting out any like that. Like it was like drag, or not making any sense. At least the flow is there, which is one of the first things. One of the only things you can ask for of a show. Give me flow.
Speaking of having that flow, I want to address something. I think we should all address this.
Yeah. Okay. Brian Felford, thank you for the $5. We appreciate that. Where are we going? Brian Felt says, my personal favorite, the TNI podcast. I had to see this go away. Thank you, crew. Well, did somebody die?
Is it just that it's near, like it's in the last year of the asylum?
I'm thinking that's what he means. Maybe
there were some technical Impact Plus issues, which we should probably also go
or maybe he's afraid that I was gonna fire you too.
He was gonna fire me from this show too. J-Bo, I can only take one firing.
That's all you got left.
I got nothing.
That's all I got left, man.
I'm gonna do this one.
T-shirt?
I'm firing everyone. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do the main one. I'm firing all the UK guys. I'm going to do the bloody UK show too. I'm going to do them all.
Cancel the UK.
I've got the bison balls. I'm kidding.
It would be hilarious that 1 week out of nowhere, it's just Jay doing all the shows because he went on a power trip and fired everybody.
Well, he's going off at 3 a.m. in the morning, firing people. Yeah. He's a wild man.
Jay, that was wild. Super sticker from Punk. Thank you, all Punk.
Thank you, Punk Drives. Hopefully Justin's still around. Brian's still around. Hopefully
he should be in here. But guys, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, do us a favor. Go ahead and like the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Twitch, give it a follow, give it a sub, cheer some bits. Give the like out now. Get the like out of the way. The likes help to boost the algorithm. Get the like out now. But thank you, Eric. That's Eric DeHoff right there. Thank you, Eric. Yes. Appreciate that, brother. But all right, so we're gonna get into this one. Anything let's just mention AC. I know you guys are gonna talk about Thursday in more detail, but it's breaking-ish now. But
AC breaking news.
Yeah. We don't really play the jingle here, but it is kind of news. I haven't heard the jingle in a while. I'm away from the jingle. J-Bo, can I play the jingle?
Let's do the jingle.
Can I hit the jingle?
Here's the jingle jangle.
Here we go. Here's the jingle jangle.
Okay.
Here we go.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, J-Bone's news. Trent just wanted to play this because he doesn't hear this often anymore. There's only one bit of news. It's not really news. It's more of a tidbit. Anyway, take it away, J-Bone.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
Well, a little rusty with that in time.
J-Bone, hopefully this is not the breaking news.
Why does everybody think we're going away today? What happened? We're not leaving, guys. The TNI lives. TNI lives.
No, we're good. We're good. I'm not firing Trent. I'm not doing a weird takeover. No, we're good. Look, we talked about the app was wonky today. We all had issues logging into it. Like I started watching it this morning. I had to go do some stuff. I came back. None of us could log in early afternoon. And all of a sudden about 7 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, boom, it started working. So we're like, okay, we got a couple hours here. We'll get this taken care of. And now we're fine. Now we're fine. So
somebody started a rumor that this is the last broadcast of TNI.
I heard track down the source of this information.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm putting the TNI fam on this. Who the hell started the rumor? If you can find the source of the rumor, you can have 5 sound bites played. If you can find out who this and bring their head to us. Bring them.
Yeah, so someone might claim it just to get these sound bites. They're like, I did it.
All right, J-Bone, mention the news and we'll jump into this thing. We got a bit of news here, Will.
All right, so you guys hear about that big event coming up in a couple months called Brawn for Glory?
Brawn for Glory.
Oh, no, we weren't going to talk about that. We talked about that on the actually, I talked about that over on STP, and we talked about it on the Sunday dinner. No, we're going to talk about AC Romero asking for his release. Now, of course, it came from my favorite dirt sheet.
But he does have Impact connections right now.
He does.
That's not a lie.
Weird.
And
They do feed him stuff.
I don't know why. He's such a slime. He's like the worst slimy turd. It's like, oh God, it won't flush.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh
yeah.
Let me tell you. Damn cat, chill.
He's fat.
Maybe he's fed.
He might be. I haven't seen him in a while.
We'll call him fat.
His ego's he thinks he's
His ego's fat. His ego's fat.
So like we nothing's been confirmed. I haven't seen anything on social media regarding him. I haven't heard any other chitter chatter, anything else getting spread around. I mean, he had a rough year. He caught COVID. Like how bad he had it, we don't know. At least I don't think any of us know.
Yeah, at least he is back wrestling now.
I can throw this in there. I did Backstage Boys with referee Nate last night, who works for Limitless, which is where AC's it's his home base.
Yeah,
and AC wrestled over the weekend. He's back to normal, so he's working. He's in the mix.
So the COVID didn't knock him down that much.
No, I think he gained some weight back because he had lost a ton, but that's about it. I don't think he's still back. He's back to working, so he's okay.
Okay, so I mean, it could have been just a mix of bad timing because it's like once you're gone for a set of tapings, you're gone for a month or longer, depending on what's going on.
Back in.
Right. So between, a month's worth of weeks or even more, and you got X amount of stories going on. I mean, Larry wasn't even getting involved that much. So, but I haven't heard anything about him. Now, he just showed up in AW a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And he looked amazing.
The match was amazing. Him and Cabana?
That too. I mean, he worked a stiff heel. He really did.
He's come a long way.
He has. He looks so good.
Yeah.
So in the look, I like AC Romero and I was there when he was signed. We were all there when he was signed.
I was standing on the stage waiting to play when he got signed.
Yeah, that was when Hemi played. Yeah, that was All Glory.
That's funny because all the Hemi boys aren't too wrestling familiar, but they know AC. That's the one guy they definitely know on the Impact roster.
Oh,
Romero.
If you witness something like that, you don't forget shit like that. That's a moment.
We all did see his biggest moment in Impact Wrestling.
The table spot?
The table spot where it's like AC died.
I think it's still in the intro of the show, isn't it?
Yeah. The Hemi boys thought he was dead. They're like, did they plan that? I go, I don't think so. I think he definitely.
Well, the worst was I was on the other side of the arena, so when I saw him fall, I thought he went straight to the floor, and I'm like,
all you heard was not a good sounding noise.
I was next to I literally grabbed Whoopsie. I was like, oh my God, he's fucking dead. That's what I'm thinking of from the other side of the arena. But no, I love AC. I don't want to see him go. And if it's just bad timing with everything going on, I can understand why he might want out. But if he had a 2-year contract, then I'm guessing it's up soon. So I have no clue.
Yeah, obviously,
as far as timing or anything.
for quite a while. But
if it was a 2
I am
year,
worried about Larry D too, because like I thought Wrestle House, Larry D separated himself.
Yeah.
Character wise. With the ring rust and the Lawrence D.
Oh, he really did.
Work.
He did.
And then like seeing like kind of his matches recently, I was able to see him on the indies. Now I know he's doing No Holds Barred, a match for them pretty soon, like in the pit. Like he's like it's going to get real interesting with Larry. So I hope this doesn't become a reason not to use Larry.
I'll tell you what.
That's my worry.
What I thought about was, Larry is down to a XL at this point. I mean, seriously.
Oh yeah, the triple XL didn't make sense anymore.
It didn't. It's silly because AC was also losing weight at one point, and I think he kind of plateaued for a little after the COVID. But Larry's they don't have that triple XL anymore.
You wonder if that's what they were thinking, like just coming back as like 2XL or 1XL,
just XL,
and then it's like, well, we can't do that storyline anymore, so we just keep waiting.
Yeah, listen, if you get a chance to see Larry on an indie near you, go see. He is killing it right now in the indies. There's a new level.
He should get a spot back on Impact because of that.
Yeah. We had him against Cabana, and he killed it. I think we're definitely in talks for some more dates. He's Kentucky, I want to say, so he's not terribly far from the Midwest. So I mean,
he's and he's still very pro Impact everything. So I don't think he if it is true with AC and him wanting to get out of his deal, I guess I could see that. But Larry, I think but just hopefully it's reciprocal from Impact and they want him on their end.
We'll
they
see,
can definitely use him. You can use a good best hand in the house.
Absolutely. And it's funny because Brian's in the chat too. Skull 17. When he first came in, I remember we weren't too big on him. We first had him in a couple years ago. We're like, what's the big deal about this guy? I love him. He absolutely killed it. I mean, I'm like, what a transformation. And he can talk, by the way. He can talk.
Underestimated. You saw it at Wrestle House, and that was character stuff. But he can do anything. He can be a badass. He can be serious, and he can kill it on the mic. He's got very. And when this is a compliment when I'm saying this. He's like that 80s wrestler promo skills.
Totally.
Very positive way of saying 80s wrestler promo skills. I think that's some of the great promos in wrestling history were done in the 80s.
It's classic style. That's how J-Bone orders his coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. It's like, let me tell you something, brother. You want to get a medium French vanilla, and I want to make that.
I wake up in the morning, and I need caffeine.
I've seen it. Bill, last time J-Bone and I had a little dinner with an Impact executive. We went for Dunkin' afterwards, and the way he orders coffee, the lady, we walk in, the place was like, hey, guys, we're closing. We're just about to lock the door. And J-Bone's like, you're not closing anything. Let me tell you right now, J-Bone, it's 9:30 at night, and I need my goddamn caffeine. So you close that register, it's going to be your ass on a platter. And he just went into this whole thing, and she's like, well, shit, sir. Let me just brew up another canister of the strongest fucking coffee we got. And he's like, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. He didn't even tip her, though. What a cheap bastard. All right, Jake. All right, let's jump.
I shook the counter.
I imagine every one of J-Bone's promos in normal everyday life ends with an Ultimate Warrior head shake and
pretty
head
much
trail off. He comes in a gas station, he goes, let me get 20 on 3, All right, let's jump in, boys.
I want a bigger combo.
We did have one question that I think is an appropriate one to answer.
Yeah.
From Mikey Russo.
Ooh, Russo, not Russo. Russo.
Yeah, almost Russo, but not
Here
Russo.
we go.
Question.
Related?
Should I go to my brother's wedding or skip the wedding and go to Impact Wrestling tapings?
Okay. All right.
Screw
now,
the wedding.
I'm gonna let Bill close the question because we know what Bill will do here. Okay. Bill's gonna close the question. But he'll be the influence. But me, I'll start. Jay, I'm gonna give it to you because then you'll be the voice of reason, and Bill's gonna be with Brad. If you skip this wedding, just remember you're in for years of guilt. Okay, Russo, I'm guessing it's Italian. This is an Italian family. Okay, you're never gonna live it down at this point. Okay, that's just not happening. You skip this wedding and you are fucked with a capital F my friend. You are never gonna live it down. So yes, I'm saying don't skip it. Watch it on TV. J-Bone, give Mikey some advice here.
You're saying don't skip the wedding.
Don't skip the wedding. He's in for like pain if he does.
Let me tell you something,
brother.
Let me tell you something about your brother. Do you remember that time that your older brother gave you a swirly and he held you down there? And you went crying to your parents and then he damn near choked you out? Did he ever apologize for that? No, he didn't. Remember that one time that he stole your favorite baseball card and he just ripped it up in front of you and he flushed it down the toilet with your pet goldfish? Do you remember that? Do you remember that, Mikey? Huh? You're still in therapy over that, aren't you, you son of a bitch?
Why is Mikey a son of a bitch? What did he do here?
Just trying to get through to him.
Oh God! All right, so J-Bone.
I'm saying, screw the
J-Bone
wedding.
may have had problems with his siblings at some point.
I'm an only
He's
child.
Only child. He's okay. Solo. So J-Bone says, "Screw the brother. Go to the fucking tapings." That's it. Sit next to Bill.
I mean, you might have to buy a couple extra, things underneath the Christmas tree this year, and the year after that, he was like, we'll have a barbecue and it'll all be good. Just tell him to record a VHS tape of it or something.
Never gonna live it down. Bill, drive it home. What should Mikey do here?
Well, it would be nice to know a little more information on the situation because J-Bone does have a valid point. Like, is he the best man?
Whoa, wait a minute.
That's a whole nother are they, if he's not the best man, then maybe they aren't that close. And maybe this is and is he a local to the area of Nashville where the tapings are? Where he might be able to, there's multiple day tapings. He might be able to get away from maybe a session.
Well, Bill, what about very classic sitcom style where he goes to the wedding? If it's in Nashville, he's at the wedding and he's like, I got to go to the bathroom. Then he drives over to the tapings. And then he watches the taping, so the commercial break, and he comes back and he's like, "Oh, I didn't miss anything. Oh, it's time for dessert. Oh, great! I gotta just go wash my hands." And he drives back to the tapings. You keep the seat open for him.
Yeah, he said, "Ooh, I had to fish on a while."
So listen, you can pull this off if this is all in Nashville. This is doable. Oh, I'm just saying. But if you get caught, you're screwed. You are screwed. If you
were asked to be like the best man. And that's tough to get out of.
Oh yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, but all right.
But then, if he didn't ask you, then you might be like, "Yo, bro,
yeah."
If I'm not handling all the responsibilities, I'm out.
And for that reason, I'm out. Go ahead, Jerry.
I mean, he's probably like an usher. It's like you could put the You could put the bulletins, on a little table there.
Wait, he just bought the tickets just now, J-Bone. Just as we were talking, he went with your idea. He bought the tickets. He said he's ditching the wedding. He must hate the brother. He's like, fuck him.
I knew it.
Tickets just now.
I knew it. I knew there was a problem. There's always a problem with that older brother.
Mikey.
Now the thing is, though, that isn't that far. It's not in Nashville, but you could easily be there and then be there very quickly afterwards. That's probably 4 hours?
4 hours, yeah. That's a lot, Bill.
Maybe not even 4 hours. I got to know the exact locations, but
how about we give Mikey a soundbite? Because he's gonna miss this at the wedding.
Cocktail hour, brother.
He's gonna miss that at the wedding. But
they do not serve alcohol inside at the tapings.
Yeah, they don't. But what'd you get last time? A Capri Sun? What did they give you guys last time?
Well, now they do have a little snack stand with sodas, but you can bring in your own stuff as well. But they have sodas and candy and stuff like that.
You can bring your own food? That's great.
Sort of. Yeah. People do.
Okay. No, I imagine Bravo's not sitting there looking through your bag.
Well, remember, this up until the last one, you didn't have an option.
Yeah.
They did for Slammiversary, but for the rest of the tapings, they had nothing. So if you wanted anything, you kind of needed to bring it yourself.
Oh, and you go to these weddings, you really don't know a lot of people there. You know some close family, and there's always some asshole spiking drinks. And then by the end of the night, you know what you got?
I have the runs.
Exactly. Go to the tapings.
There we go, guys. Go to the all right. Let's jump in. We spent quite a bit of time on the setup for the throwback tonight, but this flowed well enough that we can play through.
That's why we're reviewing.
Yeah, we have throwback tonight. All right, guys.
I was having so much fun.
I know. We got to save this kind of talk for Sunday dinner and after dark. NWA-TNA number 84, March 3rd, 2004. Now, I was on my buddy Dave's couch watching this. March, it's spring-ish at this point. March 3rd, I'm probably guessing. I'll tell you exactly what was going on in my life around this time, Bill. You appreciate this. Actually, you might feel sorry for me. There was do you guys remember a singer-songwriter named Butch Walker around this time? Anybody remember Butch Walker?
This is crazy. Yeah. Butch Walker. My friend on Facebook just tagged me because we were at his show literally, what was it, like 5 years ago, like 2 days ago.
Crazy that we're talking about Butch Walker because my memory's not as nice about Butch Walker. That's great. It's a small world though, Bill. I was dating a girl who cheated on me with Butch Walker and slept with him at a show backstage around this time on the tour in 2004 around this time. So yeah, Butch Walker banged the chick I was dating in March of 2004. Butch Walker. Yeah, she had a huge crush on him, and I was like, it's a low. She likes him. Butch Walker, he's a hit singer, songwriter, dude. She went and banged the guy backstage at a show, and
that is
terrible.
That's not right.
It's been a bangorama.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
When you have time, look up the band South Gang.
South Gang, okay.
They put out a couple CDs, late 80s, early 90s. And Butch Walker that's the only, I know he's put out a lot of music over the last 30-ish years.
Yeah, his big thing was producing music.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, that's true. Paul, not Nicole. I didn't meet Nicole till 15 years after this. Not her.
Do not get the nurse involved in these scandals.
No. This is a long time ago.
These scandals.
But anyway, all right. Bill? March 3rd, 2004. What's going on?
Whew, nothing that interesting. I can't. You beat me to the punch on that one. Like that was. I'd have to look to see because I'm still in the throes. We're getting close to the playoffs. When I was working down for the Sixers and the Flyers, doing my seasonal work. So there's a chance I was at a game. Very good chance on a Wednesday, a hockey or a basketball. Probably more likely a hockey game. Some Flyers hockey action.
Right.
Not that butchery.
Peace. J-Bone. Yeah, he did die. J-Bone. March of 2004. What's going on then?
I was probably, uncovering some garden from all the winter crap. Helping with yard work or something.
What a party.
I was at a Flyers game. Nashville Predators at the Flyers.
There you go. I love that he's got the records here. This is great.
Wow, that is really specific.
That is.
Nashville, it all comes together, full circle.
There's
a new soundbite in here.
There is.
Oh, this is J-Bone.
Can I play this now or should I wait?
Wait. There's actually a couple of them in there.
I only knew one. I don't know if there's others.
This is actually this is funny. It's Don Callis. It's actually from an AEW show, but I think it's just the funniest thing that I've heard in like all year. This is I love this.
Hold my scarf.
The other one we'll save till later.
Okay, yeah. Well,
because I get on a guy a lot, and I have a reputation for being very anti-CM Punk. It seems like, but he had one of the great sound bites of when he was, I guess, injured and on commentary up north. Mm-hmm. There was like some action that went out of the ring and like took out the announce table, and he yells, "You spilled my diet soda." That'd have been a great bite. You spilled my diet soda.
That's good.
It's very typical of him as well. All right,
Very
there's
much
the
so. Very much so. All right, let's kick it off, guys. March 3rd, 04. We start off with a recap of 83. Pretty long. They've been doing long recaps. There's like 2,
Very
3,
long
4 minute. Yeah,
the thing is, it felt like 8 minutes to me, but it was only like 4.
Yeah, like 4, but which is still long for a recap, though.
It is. Just go right on the show and just go heavy 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think they're really going with the idea like you may not have watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the BTI argument.
It is the BTI argument. Plus, it's also they really want to sell you on some of the stuff that they're pushing. New opening at this point, though. You catch that?
Very nice new opening.
Very nice opening. Very crisp.
Compared to what it was. Like, it was awful. Like, we act like 2004 is the 1950s and they can't do quality production.
I know.
But this is so much, like, this is still not great, but it's so much better than it was.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Like, that's where they looked small time, their production value. Because you think we're watching stuff from, like, 1989 most of the time.
It's so true. It was like they weren't using whatever definition they were up to at that point.
We watched them a year later in Florida. It's night and day.
It is. It absolutely is.
Like, good cameras, good sound makes such a difference. And just people making graphics.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's the team making graphics. It's camera. They were one of the first companies to go into like that Ultra HD later on too. So they definitely upped their game. But during this time, this was a crisp new opening. Very needed opening match though. J-Bone, Kevin Northcutt wearing a T-shirt that I'm like I know J-Bone probably owned this T-shirt.
We gotta talk about the dark matches just real quick.
Go ahead.
There's actually 4. I usually don't pay attention to this, but when I got the listing of all the card here,
the results.
There's 4 dark matches here.
Name them off.
The first one is BG James defeated John Saxton. Not familiar with John Saxton.
Wasn't he in Nightmare on Elm Street?
This is why BG was on commentary later on. He didn't wrestle later on. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Trinity. Now I don't know if we've seen this or something similar to this before. I don't think I've seen it, but we've got Trinity defeating ODB.
Ah, look at that.
ODB debut on a dark match.
She debuted on. I know she debuted on Explosion. I'm listening to her podcast recently. And she talks about
because that would be an Explosion match, a dark match, obviously. When you say that,
it was.
That's wild.
Looking at John Saxon there, he was a tag team partner of Kevin Northcutt at one point.
Okay.
So he was a veteran around this time though. He was wrestling since '91. One of those NWA territory type guys.
Okay. It's probably like a Wild Side and stuff.
Wild Side, Elite, NWA, Lone Star. Like he did all the little territories.
Wait. The chat just got crazy.
What happened?
Supposedly Mikey's sisters in the chat.
Holy shit. Mikey Russo's sisters in the chat bitching at him.
Oh no.
You're saying, oh my effing God, I'm your sister, Mikey. I know you watch the show. How fucking dare you buy tickets to something on your brother's wedding?
Mike,
Holy shit.
Please confirm if that's true or not, because I could imagine some of our faithful listeners maybe giving them a little rib.
Sibling rivalry in the TNI chat. Where did Mikey go now? Where's Mikey? Mikey's right here. He's saying he's blaming it on the back. Oh, he has a reason here. I'm blaming it on Jay.
No.
He's the best man.
He's the best man.
Oh, no. I said no if you're the best man.
Oh, my God. And Wendy. Lady Wendy, what are you doing here?
So leave me out of this. God, now the fucking mafia is going to come after me. I know it.
All right, J-Bone, what are the other dark matches here?
J-Bone's going to be in a dark match pretty soon.
He's going to be
Jiminy Christmas. This might be my last match. El Leon, a.k.a. Apollo, can't wait till he drops this mask gimmick, defeated Mike Youngblood.
I've heard of Mike Youngblood.
This sounds like, And then last one here is Chris Vaughn, security, black shirt, and Don Harris, everybody's favorite Harris, defeated Jason Porcaro and Ty Smiley.
Ty Smiley?
That's not
Ty?
Smiley, is it?
Not Guy Smiley.
It might be a cousin of
Guy Smiley.
yeah.
Ty Smiley. I'm looking at him right now. Or Jason Porcaro. Never heard of him. No, don't know these guys, man. They must have been some local yokels. Interesting.
Wait,
Very
I'm hearing
interesting.
Chris Harris' cousin?
No way. Really? Could have fooled me. Dude, all these little tidbits, who knows? But all right, let's kick it off, though. Kevin
This
Rose.
this hang on a second here. This guy here, this
Ty Smiley. Remember Guy
no,
Smiley?
Jason Porcaro.
Yeah. It's Guy Smiley.
Vince. It looks like it comes up as Vince Vicalo. And the picture in the pro wrestling fandom it looks like the Miz. Looks like a really young Miz, but it's not.
It's not
the Miz, but it looks like he was trained by Killer Kowalski, so he was trained by good people.
Yeah. Same trainer as Triple H.
Oh, see
China and Kaz.
Jiminy Christmas.
All right, can I start now, J-Bone? Can I start this goddamn? Oh my God, Mikey and Wendy are fighting in the thing now. Look at this. He goes, look at this. Screw you, Wendy, you bitch. Screw you all, T. That's my real family. Yeah, that's what's up. We'll welcome you. Bill Fist, they have a seat for you at the tapings. That's it. You're welcome. Screw that. You don't need your family. Wendy's already in here embarrassing you publicly. The hell with this. You're welcome here anytime, pal.
Yeah,
all right.
If I get a knock on my door at midnight, I'm gonna text Trent and be like, "Hey, just tell everybody in the TNI fam that I love them." There's a guy at my front door with a baseball bat, and he's got about 400 pounds, and he looks like a Russo.
All right, J-Bone, can I start the goddamn review now, please? Kevin,
I'm a little perplexed now.
Shut the fuck up. Let me start this show. Kevin Northcutt comes out wearing a T-shirt that says "Who's your daddy?" which I'm sure
that aged well.
Yeah, that aged very horribly. Against Chris Harris, who they keep announcing as the #1 contender. Chris Harris comes out James Storm, and
Northcutt's coming out as now a wrestler. Kevin Northcutt, not security, but they still have the same music.
Yeah, they got the same music, but he's just Kevin Northcutt now. He's just dude. That's it. They talk about how Jarrett's not in the asylum. Today announces that Vince Russo has held up the tag team titles from last week as a result of the interference by Lex Luger. So Abyss is not in possession. He'll make a decision later on the belts. Announced that Harris will also have a second match tonight. And then he notes that Legend's been kicked out. Northcutt solo. Harris wins with a catatonic on this one. So good opener. Harris, they're making Harris like the guy. Like they are really pushing him, man. Heavy.
So did a Legend officially leave?
I think
he left. Was that his write-off?
That was it, man. That was it. That was the end of it. And I don't think he ever came back. That was the end of Legend. Been in Germany since, I guess. I don't know. Real quick, just
he's the Hasselhoff of wrestling in Germany.
He basically. We go right to Scott Hudson with Trinity, and so now we know what's going on with Trinity. She wrestled the Dark. We got that. She's solo, and now that Russo's back, she's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be all good. That's my guy right there. I know I can trust him. And Siaki rolls up with the weirdest combination of people here. So random. Siaki, D-Lo, Simon Diamond, Konnan, the Truth, and he's like, Russo don't love you. Remember that guy who was telling me not to sign the pact? That was Vince Russo. So he's like,
my imaginary friend. That was Vince Russo.
Yeah, my imaginary friend. That was Vince Russo. What? They all cut pretty good promos afterwards, though. I did like all the promos. J-Bone, as weird as it was a good cut of promos by everybody.
It was a whole hodgepodge of stuff. But yeah, it was good. Everybody was. Yeah. We realized right after this why everybody was getting their shit in on this promo. It's like, because there's a big ass match after this. That's why.
So 10-man tag, which is huge. I thought this was a really fun match. Kid Kash, David Young, Disco, Michael Shane, Swingman. You guys swing with Traci Brooks in their corner, taking on Sonny Siaki, D'Lo Brown, Konnan, Truth Killings, Simon Diamond, and BG James is with them, and he's on commentary. D'Lo making his return, super over again. Like the crowd eating up D'Lo. Like immediately they're eating up D'Lo. I'm like, what is it with this guy? They love him.
They love D'Lo, man.
They love D'Lo. Again, another guy. I'm like, hey, you guys really should have pushed this guy to the moon. They freaking love this dude.
Yeah, because they pushed Raven when he was super over pretty heavy. But then, we got a memorial fund.
Wait, what's going on? What's going on here? Display comments. What are we doing here? Oh my God, $5 for J-Bone's memorial. Just
rest
man.
In peace.
Your life's only worth $5. $5.
That's $4.99 more than we thought.
Yes. AEW fan guys jumped in here now. It's getting heated with the Russo fan.
The Russo family, man.
Oh my God.
That's going to be a tough Thanksgiving
This is the wildest throwback spin in a while. Dude, this match though, Konnan. Fucking Konnan. Absolutely killing it in this one.
Ridiculous.
This was great.
Good.
This was,
it was serious as late.
As the late period. Go ahead, J-Bone. You're a big Konnan, as you say. Konnan guy.
K-Dog. Konnan. Dude, yeah, just this is like you said, this I'm usually not that big on a 10-man tag. Usually it's just fast forward. No, everybody got their shit on this one. Everybody was on fire. The crowd, I wrote on the side here, I said, crowd is back to normal again, ! Circled it. I was like, oh my God, because there was a few weeks, I'm like, I am really not enjoying this. And I'm usually like, okay, sometimes the show's a little wonky. It's booked a little weird, or some crazy, goofy shit happens, or there's some weird, blonde, curly hair guy in a suit coming out called flag play or whatever the hell is. What's
Johnny Fair Play.
Johnny, Fair Play. Excuse me. Jiminy Christmas.
Respect the fair play.
Yeah. I'll respect him as soon as he respects this podcast that puts him over so much. Almost 20 years later,
he's respected us.
Yeah, he gave us a little
do. Come on and hang out.
We should ask him. Honestly, why don't we ask Fair Play? I think I should reach out to Johnny Fair Play.
Yeah,
maybe he's feeling saucy. Why not?
He might. If he gets saucy enough, we'll take a saucy Fair Play.
I'll take Johnny Fair Play.
I think he should come on.
Okay, I'll do the reach. We'll talk to Fair Play. I'll have our people call his people.
All right.
Konnan killing it on this one. Great match. Team Simon Diamond wins. Diamond pins Young.
Repping the D. McNabb jersey.
Yes. Yeah, he was.
Usually New York and Boston, which is like, I didn't remember him ever wearing anything to Philly.
Yeah, he was. Well, Sabin was saying last week, and Sabin's not in here today. Sabin was saying last week how because he had some nerve wearing that McNabb jersey in Tennessee.
I have to look back to see, was there something currently going on with them, and that was like a way to be like really a heel.
Yeah, that had to be. He's a heat magnet, man. But he's going babyface here. Traci slaps BG at commentary. All hell breaks loose. ICP, Too Tough Tony, and the Rude Boy run in, make the save. Crowd goes nuts. So it was just a fun segment. A lot going on.
I can't say I got to agree with J-Bone so much about the crowd thing because, there's still an element there, but you can tell it's now more of the wrestling fans because there was a couple shows in a row, and it may have been due to some double tapings or something, but it was majority ICP fans that really didn't care about the wrestling.
Yeah, and they peak out a little bit, again towards
they do, but it's now you can tell the wrestling fans are making their way back, which is great.
They are, and if this was keeping them away, at least they're coming back now. Well, Sabin and I was saying how they'd go scoop up all the comp tickets that they put out for all the ICP fans because it was like a deal they worked out with the.
You can tell that's what it was. Yeah, and they gave too many comp tickets. Or like they were like, okay, we got all these people to show up and we didn't expect it, and they were comping more than they should have. And then they as J-Bone was putting, and I know I said it back during the first couple, they hijacked the show for a while.
Yeah. which sucks.
And I don't care what it is. Like, that's whenever a show gets hijacked by the crowd, it's not a good show anymore. It can't be a good show.
And they tried this one, but it didn't last long.
No,
but
there was enough of the people there to drown it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which proud of the Asylum crowd for that.
The Asylum brought it today. I was glad. I wish Sabin was in the chat today. He could really tell us what the turning point was on all this.
Yeah, hey, Sabin, if you watch this later, throw them in the comments.
Throw them in the comments, please. Yes, please do. We'd love to hear the background.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button, man. Don't forget. We get a Frankie Kazarian promo pre-tape here. He's pissed because he wasn't in the X Cup, and because 65-year-old Jerry Lynn didn't want me there. It's like getting the Jerry's like 41 at this point. Okay, like he's not that old, and like they treat Jerry like he is like a senior fucking citizen. Okay?
Are you sure? Because it seemed like that bursitis in his shoulder was really giving him a lot of trouble in this match.
Dude, they were acting like, okay, he's born in 63. He was 41 years old at this time.
I heard around this time he started getting a sponsor for was it like Asper Cream or Ben Gay? It was like one of those, wasn't it?
No, absolutely. Oh, Justin was saying Sabin I said that he was not at this show and couldn't remember why in the watch alls. He missed this one. Okay, thanks, Justin. Thank you. See, Justin remembers more than us.
Couldn't remember why.
What's up, Slam Zone? So Jerry's 41, and they're treating him like he's an old man. He's like, get him out of here. So Kaz challenges Jerry tonight on this show.
Thoughts on this promo?
I don't know. I mean, it felt forced to me.
Yeah, it felt very and that's the thing. I felt like obviously we've seen Kazarian for a long, long time.
Yeah, he
gets so much better, just like AJ and a lot of other guys. But I felt like even though he was limited, I guess we didn't hear him cut a lot of promos during his first round. Mm-hmm. But I was surprised at how this didn't land because this was really stiff, robotic. It was awkward. It was the best I could say.
Remembering lines, It was
like I got to hit lines, and it just didn't come off smooth. Like I know they don't have a lot of time to do a second take, but it was rough this one.
Now consider this. What's up, Jay?
Yeah, but what do you think? I think you're agreeing on this.
I love Kaz.
I love Kaz too.
Oh, I love Kaz.
But this
we evolved to is fantastic. But this was awful, right? I'm not crazy that this was just
no. You're not. No, this
a horrible promo.
This was bad. This was really.
I'm trying to be nice, but this was awful.
Because see now, you're pulling on me. You're trying to put it over a little, but I'm like, no, I'm not even going to do that.
Because he gets so much better. But I almost maybe. Am I crazy? Did he never cut a promo? I feel like he did cut at least something here and there. But this was just so bad. I'm shocked at how bad this was.
Yeah. He's 27 here on this one. He's 27 on this promo, and he's in the business 6 years at this point. So I actually expect a little better from old Kaz.
I think that's what it is. I think this is his return, and I think I maybe expected it to be at least decent, and that it was so bad. It was just mind blowing to me.
But that's the thing is. If he's just working indies and he's X amount of years
then he's not cutting any promos.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Where else is he going to have the opportunity to do this? I mean, at least somewhat. I mean, similar to say, like Trent, you mentioned before. Some of these new faces that you see in your company, AAW, and they tell you they're like, "Oh my God, I get to cut a promo. No one's helped me with this before." It's the same thing.
A lot of guys don't. It's not as common as you think. A lot of promotions don't do promos.
No,
they don't do promos. So yeah, he probably never had to do much, but he turns into a great a solid all-around guy, as he gets seasons. It's Kaz.
I mean,
we love
it just felt a little forced, and it felt kind of like, and I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna. But we go right to the match. Kaz and Jerry Lynn. He's totally heel. Kaz. Jerry starts favoring the shoulder. I thought this was a great match. A lot of believable moves in this one. So good.
They told a great story in this one.
Just killed Jerry, and it's just that shoulder. and he had 2 tiny little bruises on his shoulder. I don't know if it happened during the match or not, but oh my God, Don West made it look like he made it say his shoulder's black and blue.
Yeah. I was looking, what happened to his shoulder? Don is like scaring the shit out of me. I'm like,
I don't see it. Where?
I couldn't see anything, but he's like, oh, he's all side of his body's black and blue. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what did I miss? My God, Jerry, dying. The finish was weak though. Bill,
yeah,
real flat.
I don't know why you would think these guys, and once again, I don't know if it's an expectation issue, but you would thought they would have kind of, once again, flowed well together, but they did not. Like, it was okay. It wasn't great until the finish, but the finish, it did. It really just kind of was blah. It was just okay, and that's it. Like, It was right that he won, like, because it would make no sense if Kaz came back and didn't win. Like, that would have been like the Elix Skipper singles run, like weeks of videos and then lose. So at least he won, but it wasn't memorable for like a Jerry Lynn and the return of Kaz for that result. Flat is almost an understatement for this.
Super flat, but I think maybe they expect it to be flat because Raven comes out, DDT's Kaz, gets on the mic, says he's the rightful number 1 contender, addresses Russo, says he isn't going to wait any longer, especially behind Chris Harris. Why is Chris Harris getting the shot? What about me? What about Raven? The whole deal. And then the Naturals come in and attack Raven, blind him. Kaz joins in on this. They mock Raven. What about the Naturals? You know, lights out. Good old Sabu comes in, chairs everybody to all hell. Wild chairs, flipping. Arabian face busters, triple jump moonsault. It was like
pop for Sabu. That's my youth right there.
I love Sabu.
Yeah, he's got some amazing gear here that I don't think I've ever seen before. Like you've seen Sabu, you've seen all of his gear. I don't think I've ever seen this blue before. That was really cool.
You're right. It looked a little different. He hit every. Sometimes Sabu will do like the Sabu series of stuff.
Yeah,
and he'll miss one of them. You're like, fuck the moonsault. He won't get hit the moonsault. He'll skill. Kind of stumble over. But this one, he hit every single pop move.
I popped for when he's got. I'm trying to think which one. I don't know. Andy Douglas is the dark-haired kid.
Yes.
Who is Chase Stevens?
Chase Stevens. Yeah.
Chase Stevens is down in the ring, face down. He puts the chair almost like a foot or two away from him. It's pretty close. Yeah. He runs, jumps off the chair, hits the top rope, springboards back 3/4 of the way across the ring, and catches Chase Stevens with his leg and clocks him right in the between the neck and the head, whatever. He just nails him perfectly. I was like,
it was nuts. It was nuts.
It's a move that he should have missed by a mile, but he did. He got over the same chair and hit him square. I'm like,
he did crazy
what
things.
What the hell? It was perfect.
For a lot of years.
Yeah. You won't go back and watch. There's highlight reels of Sabu on YouTube. The guy, you want to talk a guy should be in every Hall of Fame. I know people, they dismiss him because he's hardcore, but man, this dude was the shit you see today. He was doing it first.
Yeah, he brought stuff that was just so unknown. I remember being at that arena and him debuting, and him just and then it became the staple. In wrestling, lights go out. That's Sabu.
Yeah.
Anytime lights go out at a wrestling show, that's Sabu. He started that.
That means you're gonna die.
He started that.
Jay, you'd appreciate it. When he first came out, they used to have him come out with a straight jacket. Hannibal Lecter.
Get the mask.
Oh, I've seen that footage.
And then they'd release him and he'd go nuts. It was awesome.
And then it was the thing, he had to do the moonsault and break a table. That was his end. If he didn't do it, the fans booed.
And then he would sometimes just moonsault an empty table just to break it.
Empty table. That became the thing. If it didn't happen during the match, he had to do it. So he would just do it. At first, he was just doing it on his own. Then it became the thing. It's table. Beats all table time. Sabu.
I had a tape, and there was a clip on there where he was attempting this table and took 6 different flips. He's flipping.
And he would keep doing it because he didn't
And
always break
going.
it.
He'd have to
Like
break
we see
it.
it today all the time. Guys don't break tables. It happens in Impact a lot. You use real tables, non-gimmick tables.
Yeah.
You don't break them all the time.
It was nuts. Like he would kill himself to break a fucking table. Oh,
now, his body paid the price for it too, sadly.
Yeah.
But I know he's got the new hips and all. But
yeah.
And condolences again to him. He lost his wife recently at Super Genie. Just passed. So I know he's been hanging with RBD in Vegas, keeping happy with his best buddy. So love Sabu, big fans, day one fans of Sabu. So wishing him the best, man.
This past year has not been kind to him.
It's been rough. It's been rough with her life thing and all that. So today in West, Don, mustard on mustard, I wrote down. that was the color I got.
Gold on gold, but it's always tough with the yellows.
The yellow's tough because sometimes it's really canary.
Gold, mustard,
banana.
Banana.
To me, it was more like a dusty gold.
It was.
I don't mean Dusty Rhodes. I mean,
I was going to highlight that too.
Yeah, Jack Bell, welcome. I haven't watched Impact in probably 2009. I think TNI might make me watch it again. Don't know how many wrestlers, but I'd love to see new wrestlers. Yeah, please do. Like this is the throwback show, Jack. Thursday is the watch along of the main show. So check it, dude. There's so many great wrestlers out there. If you're not exposed to them, go watch them. There's a lot of cool stuff, man. And join our Discord if you like what you're seeing. Link in the description. Join the Discord. Hang out the different. We've built a huge community here, so come hang out.
Yeah. Like if you haven't, like you could have watched the show with the rest of the Discord group. Like
we do
while it was going on before we review it.
Yep.
I had to be careful reading this next one. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
I know. Me too. At first, I was like, he killed himself. That turning point match is nuts. It's barbed wire to hell. He totally goes nuts.
Abyss really would have fit in ECW.
100%. 110%.
Like there's a lot of guys that are kind of pretenders. He would not have been a pretender.
100%.
And then speaking of throwback stuff, I popped for this today. I haven't watched it yet, but I think we should review this at some point just for shits and giggles, just to kind of wrap up the whole CM Punk gimmick that he did in TNA over the course of the last year that we've discussed. Mm-hmm. Because of all the hype, and it took them a while to do this. I'm really kind of surprised that they didn't kick this out like within a day or something, but who knows? They actually, on the Impact channel on YouTube, they just put out like a half an hour long video. It's all highlights of CM Punk in TNA.
They did the same thing when he had his pipe bomb. They kicked him out then too. So they capitalized on him. Again, I got reminded of how long the run was. I forgot. He had a pretty decently long run. I forgot about it. So, they did that. And smart. They should have done it that week, J-Bone. You're right, though. They should have done it like...
Well, and that's the thing. It hasn't even been... it's barely been a week.
Yeah.
But, so it's still not that far away. But, yeah, it's just a nice reminder of where some people started. And, he was all over the place. He did Ring of Honor, MLW, and TNA all in the same year. He was a busy guy. Plus all the indies with, Chris Hero and Colt Cabana and all that crazy shit. So, yeah.
It's funny. He never wrestled for AAW, which is very interesting because all of his friends did. He's from Chicago, but he went to Ring of Honor pretty solid full-time a year in to AAW being around. But he appeared once. He appeared once for AAW during the when he left WWE as a champion, and we had a show. And I wasn't there as a fan. I wasn't there, but Gregory Iron. Remember that guy, Gregory Iron? He
still wrestles, part of 44. Oh,
yes, he's still part of there. He's still out there. Colt was talking. I guess he had like a 60 minutes feature, something. They featured him on something about his arm having cerebral palsy. Colt was talking about it, and then Punk came out and did something. I wasn't there for that. But that's the only time, which it's just weird that he never made it to the big Chicago indie at the time. But it's interesting. Just one appearance, but that was 10 years after. But interesting. So, all right, we go to Scott Hudson. intercepting Jeff Jarrett and Shane Douglas in the parking lot. Says, "Hey, champ, you're not booked." And he's like, "Oh, you know, I know Russo's what he's doing. I know what he's up to. I'm gonna work a damn match. Get out of my way, Hudson." Bill Scott Hudson. How's he doing so far tonight?
Not good.
Well, later on, I think Violent J speaks for you, so we'll get to that.
Yeah, like I didn't say it during the Trinity promo.
Yeah,
you would have thought he was like the producer of the segment. The way, like, it was almost like, all right, that line's right, that line's wrong, that line's right, that line's wrong. Like, he was like way too much of the head, like really. He was like, for J-Bone, Aubrey Edwards or other referees that mimic too much. Like, just ask your question, take the answers, move it along. That's your job. Yeah, hold it. Mean and Miller, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it, baby. That's how. She's also easy on the eyes, better than Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson's not easy on the eyes.
We get an America's X Cup recap. Then out of nowhere, Team Japan has shown up now. Team Japan just makes its way into this whole thing.
And is this the debut of Kikutaro?
Well,
he's not Kikutaro here.
He's not Kikutaro. I'm like, I know that mask though.
No, I did a little research.
Ebessan?
Ebessan.
Yeah, Ebessan, yeah. And he's but that is Kikutaro. Yes,
Kikutaro!
You are correct. Yeah.
I love the slow motion Kikutaro.
Ebessan appears later on, right? Like he appears when, like 19? When does he show back up?
He does show. I'm trying to think of like what he shows when and how long he shows back up for. He does, but I've seen him on so many shows. Tommy Dreamer, House of Hardcore shows.
Yeah.
Other random indies. But I feel like he did have a run. He's out in Vegas a lot, so I think he probably was at Vegas tapings. That's
right. He was in Vegas. That's what it was. He was Vegas.
I think he might live in Vegas.
Ebessan, Kikutaro, and is it Kuishinbo Kamen?
It's
I
wrote it down here. Ebessan, Kamen.
Ebessan, and then Kuishinbo Kamen. Is that it?
No, the last name is just Kamen.
Kamen, but I wrote Kishin.
That's the first name. Kuishinbo.
Kuishinbo Kamen.
Yeah.
Kamen,
yeah, there you go.
Something crazy. And then NOSAWA, who everybody knows, against Team NWA. No, this is weird. They call them Team NWA, not Team USA. It's the America's X Cup, but they're Team NWA. It's Sabin, Dutt, and Skipper. This is where the crowd starts tipping with the ICP chant. This is where they get their thing. They're not paying attention to anything, which upset me.
No, they don't know these guys, so therefore that's when this happens.
Yeah, I don't know the Japanese guys. We'll just fuck off out here. We get a little picture-in-picture Harrison Storm about Harrison's next match, and then Team NWA wins. It was a fun match. It was just a good X Division match. Crowd kind of ruined it a little bit by really chanting family and all that shit. Like, come on, guys, watch the fucking match. Like, don't chant stuff that doesn't make sense for the match. But yeah, it was just a regular fun match. Any comments?
This is the only time where the crowd got a little wonky, but the match is amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any Japanese stuff back then. I mean, I certainly knew that stuff existed. It just never crossed my eyes at this time. It was all just whatever was on TV, you know?
Yeah.
So, but these guys blew me away. It looked like it was a lot of fun, and they were nice. Commentary was nice to kind of inform us, like, they wrestle for these guys, and it's kind of a they made it sound like it was kind of a kids show that they wrestled for in Japan.
And it was. He said it's a kids-based promotion, which explains the masks and the clowny stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But leave it to today.
I totally forgot that he was there at this time.
Me too.
So that was a pleasant surprise watching it because I like Kikutaro a lot. So I was like, yeah, Kikutaro, awesome.
I was like, Ebessan. Who the hell was Ebessan? I'm like, did he Kikutaro take his mask? Like, what happened? Who the fuck is Ebessan?
I think he's had a ton of names over the years.
Yes, I looked at his wiki just now. He's had almost 30 names.
Now, NOSAWA sounds familiar.
NOSAWA's been around a long time. He's popped around Ring of Honor a lot.
Yeah, I think it's from Ring of Honor. You might have heard some big matches in Ring of Honor.
Kikutaro has wrestled as Brett Kiku Hart, Jumbo Kiku.
Hey, when you got those comedy things,
Kiku H,
you went through a lot of nicknames like
Teriyaki Boy. Oh my god,
that's great.
I need Curry Man versus Teriyaki Boy now.
Yes, Kiku Flair, Kiku Angle. He's been
Kiku Flair,
Jushin Thunder, Ebessan.
God,
comic genius.
Oh god. Hey, Mark's in the chat. Say hello to Mark, everybody. He's couldn't make the show tonight because he's being dad. Mark, you know, when he's not in the treehouse, he's actually a pretty well functioning member of society there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mark, make me a sandwich too, huh? Since you're packing lunch for everybody tomorrow. Make me a little sandwich.
Pack a lunch, a little PB&J with the crust cut off.
Pack a lunch.
Yeah. Make me a sandwich, you son of a.
All right, let me ask you guys a question. Sandwiches, triangle cut or square cut down the middle? What do we do? You triangle?
Down the middle guy. I like my referees down the middle.
Down the middle? J-Bone, you a triangle cut or a down the middle cut?
I don't cut my sandwich.
I knew he'd go against the grain here, against the bone. He couldn't give me an answer.
Typical bone.
Typical bone going against the flow. Not Jay, you've never cut a sandwich in half?
Like when I was little and I was in school,
you gotta get a cross section, buddy.
My mom probably cut my sandwiches, but once in a while. But I don't remember. I wasn't one of those. Mother, could you please trim the crust? I don't like the crust. It's a little brown today.
He was a little British
fuck
boy.
that. Just give me the fucking sandwich. I'm hungry.
You say to your mother. Is that how you talk to your mother? Just give me the fucking sandwich. Is that how you talk to your mom? I would have sent you to school hungry. Hey, here, get your own fucking sandwich. You know?
No, I did not speak to my mother that way. I probably thought it in the back of my head, like, you know, as I'm eating my applesauce, I'd be like, "Can I have my sandwich now?"
I'm a weirdo though, Bill. For me, it depends on the sandwich.
Oh, I like
if it's a grilled cheese triangle.
I think I'm with you here, Trent. I think the only sandwich I've ever cut in my life triangle is a grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Something about it hits different.
Something about it does. It's different with a grilled cheese, and especially if you're a dunker in like a tomato soup.
Oh, tomato soup. You got the.
Then it's a given. You got to do it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about coverage.
It is about coverage. But everything, a meat-based sandwich down the middle. You get the full
down the middle. You need the cross section.
That's it. It's the science. J-Bone, try it sometime. You know, it's another one.
All right.
Tuna fish sandwich triangle. Try me on that one.
Because you toasted bread.
Bread, absolutely.
It's the consistency of the bread, like the grilled cheese.
You know, tuna melt.
Yeah, do a melt. You can do it too. It's all about the bread. It's the hard bread.
You know,
Monte Cristo. Now that's a whole nother. That's an animal there.
Yeah.
You can't cut a Monte Cristo down the middle.
Yeah, come on, Mark. What kind of commie shit is this, huh? No, he's saying to cut die.
I think the only thing I've cut within the last year of my life as far as sandwiches, like I went to Red Robin and got like a monster burger and I cut it in half because I didn't know how hungry I was. So I think that was it.
Hey, but what are you doing over there? I mean, you know how much cholesterol a hamburger's got in it? I mean, come on, you're turning 60. 65-year-old Jerry Lynn over here. According to Kaz.
Oh, I got my favorite burger is a guacamole bacon burger.
Look at what are you trying to die, J-Bone? What are we doing over here? Come on.
Like, there's avocado in that guacamole. It's okay.
Avocado it lubes up the heart ventricles, you know, keeps them healthy. Hey, J-Bone, balance it all with a fucking avocado. Just eat it like an apple. Balance it all out.
It's so good. I can't help myself.
It is good. It is a good sandwich. You're right. Mark, it is 84 is a great episode. We're almost done with it too, so we'll keep going here. This is a great Scott Hudson with Goldilocks. This is fucking awesome.
Goldie.
I would bring Goldilocks back on just to talk about this segment here.
Oh, she is crazy.
Psycho girlfriend calling Eric Watts on her flip phone. Now, if everybody remembers throwback episode 20 something.
That divided the crowd at the time.
Where she destroyed the cell phone store?
The singular store.
Nobody remembers that one. She destroys a cell phone store. She's got a little flip phone, and she's calling Eric
because it was
Wise.
so random. We had no build up to it.
Nothing.
It just happened. It was like we're watching this and crazy Goldilocks out of nowhere.
She claims she's going to get herself a real man, but she's talking to Eric. He's not picking up. He's out with another girl.
You taking that call?
That was not J-Bone on the other line. That was. Call me. Call me, J-Bone. J-Bone, call me. She was great. She was out of her fucking mind here, though.
She's my kind of crazy.
She is, dude. She's great. Everybody. I think Mark's saying it's in the 30s. The episode's in the 30s. Check that out. It was so ridiculously random. Everybody's hungry now because talk about sandwiches. I could totally tear up a sandwich right now. Like if I had
a sandwich right before we started the show.
Did you?
The only thing that's open near me,
$3.99.
Taco Bell.
Ooh. Taco Bell. Is a taco a sandwich? I've had this debate with people. Is a taco a sandwich?
Well, the crunch wrap is kind of a sandwich, sort of.
Yeah, are we talking hard shell or soft shell?
Soft shell taco. You can
soft shell taco definitely could be a sandwich.
Is it a sandwich?
Well, the crunch wrap. It's got the hard shell like right in the middle.
It's meat and bread.
Yeah. It's meat and bread. What about is a hot dog a sandwich?
I go yes. I go yes on all these. If it's meat and bread, it's the consistency of a sandwich.
Yeah, it's
a form. It's a handheld sandwich. But once again, they're all like. It's definitely not a sandwich.
So that's the thing. This is a question. It produces amazing answers because it'll divide the room immediately. Because
it's not your typical sandwich. It's a variation of a sandwich, but it's still a sandwich.
See, Mark's with me. I'm not on the hot dog. I know in theory, meat,
especially as a Chicago hot dog guy. If that's not a sandwich, I've had sandwich with less on it than a hot dog from Chicago.
Hot dog is a salad.
You know what? I got a email today.
Yeah.
And
about sandwiches?
This better tie into sandwiches somehow.
No, it did. There's here. This crazy. I get this email from Taco Bell. You ring
I had
the bell.
It today. That was my lunch, J-Bone.
Ring the bell for the Taco Bell, yeah.
The chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
They have a chicken sandwich at Taco Bell?
It says taco
it's a flatbread.
It says taco or sandwich. Taco Bell rewards members get early access to the regular or spicy crispy chicken sandwich taco.
I have the app.
So
I think it's an email.
It's a sandwich taco. Yeah, exclusive early access.
What? Look at this taco or sandwich. Is that what you got? Is that what you're reading here?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
How was it?
It's very small. It's like $1.49. It's very small. It's like a piece of fried chicken, like a little, like kind of, like bigger than a nugget, but like a big, like kind of like half of a strip.
So it's like a finger.
It's like half of a finger, like a rounded finger almost.
Yeah.
And it's got chipotle sauce in the, like in the soft, but much more like a bread. Really. And so when you're looking at like a piece of chicken with that in there and a couple jalapenos, it wasn't bad, but that's definitely that's a form of a sandwich.
Look, I love Taco Bell.
He's going to Taco Bell after this.
The freaking Taco Bell by me, like I got the email about the flatbread tacos. And so I went there and I was like,
flatbread is very similar to a sandwich.
Well, yeah. And I was like, hey, you got that flatbread taco that I just got the email about, and they're like, "No, we don't have any flatbread." And I'm like,
"Wow, you ran out of flatbread."
That's crazy. Well, it's like they never even got it. Like I went a couple times, and I'm like, "You got that flatbread
you
taco?"
Can't get that right now. That's not available full time yet. It was only during like 2 to 5 p.m.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
I'll go with you tomorrow, Brian. I'll go with you tomorrow.
I think I'll skip. I think I'll skip the spicy. What the hell is it? Chicken taco sandwich thingy.
Well, they have one that's just the chicken and the chipotle, and then the spicy is chicken chipotle and jalapenos.
Nice. It sounds delicious. All this sounds delicious.
Yeah, I'll skip it.
We get a recap of AJ.
If it's this big, I'm going to need 10 of them. No, I'm not skipping.
Take it easy, Jay. We're trying to keep you alive until we get to 111 over here, at least. Eating those burgers, the Taco Bell. I mean, we're not going to make it to the end of the asylum the way you're going.
Yeah, I'll just wash it down with some caffeine water.
No, you wash out diet soda. Always with the diet soda because, hey, save the calories in the soda.
Hey, it's the Baja Zero or nothing from Taco Bell. If you're out of Baja Zero. I'm just gonna, nuke the place.
It's a good drink. It's a good drink. Baja Zero.
Hell yeah.
We get a recap of AJ, Abyss, Luger, and Fair Play. Now we get the
Fair
Falls
Play.
Yeah, we're gonna reach out to Fair Play. Falls Count Anywhere match. Abyss and AJ Styles. This match freaking rule.
Best
finish
match of the night.
Best match. Let me set up towards the finish. Yeah, picture in picture. At some point, Douglas gets the word that he's going to be Harris' opponent. At one point, Fair Play throws a soda at AJ from the crowd. I wrote down. Now, every ref gets bumped. Every single ref gets bumped.
All three.
Up until referee Bruce Gray. Who the hell is Bruce Gray?
I don't know, but he had his collar up like he literally just put the, yeah, he just threw the shirt on and they threw him out there. He's like, get in the ring. I don't want to get clotheslined by a busy big.
It was okay. So then the black shirts come out. They get beat up. Then the match gets thrown out. Shit finish. Faces and heels come out separate. But I wrote down, guys, this to me up until that finish, one of the best matches in the Asylum history up until this point. I love this match.
Bad finish, just like they've done with all the great matches in their history of the Asylum. But it was by far the best match on this card. Probably the best match in the last 10 shows. But yeah, it had that non-finish, I guess. This is non-finish.
That's what it doesn't make the list.
Strong, but
it doesn't make the list,
Yeah.
It doesn't get any of the highlights because there's no finish to it.
It's gotta get a finish, man.
It's no contest because they just basically sent security out there like, well, we don't have anybody to call the match, so just kill it.
How can you not finish with this guy's match?
He clearly finishes.
That was a finish.
The genius of TNA, though, TNA, at least making sure you're aware of that. There's no more refs. We don't know what to do at this point. They're taking everybody out.
It's too much of a
it's a
crutch.
And they said during the match that per Russo, the tag titles are now vacant.
Yes.
Because I thought this was going to be another match like last week where the winner gets to pick, their partner. No, Russo said, screw it. Just let them have a match. And so they destroyed, not even a minute into the match.
Mm-hmm.
Blew my mind. Abyss, they're out on the ramp, 3/4 of the way up the ramp. So this is a few feet off the ground at least. Abyss heaves AJ Styles over his head all the way, throws him over the railing to the floor. That's like a 10-foot drop. It's like, what are you kidding? There's no padding out there. He just smacks on the floor.
It was nuts.
Everybody runs out of the way. It's like, God, you call yourself fans? You couldn't catch this poor son of a bitch.
Great, man. I mean, these two, the chemistry of AJ and Abyss, man.
Killed themselves.
Killed
themselves in here.
I'm shocked they never headlined a BFG. I know they had that lockdown. I don't think that was the main still, though. They had that big lockdown match with the big cage bump that we always see all the time. And they fought each other a million times. But, man, I look at these two. I'm like, these two should have been a main at a BFG. Because they got it. The chemistry is there. You give them a good 20, it's just go nuts.
Oh,
it would have been incredible.
We've seen AJ from day one in this company, and he's so good. But this first year Abyss is just, he really grows quickly. You could tell when they throw him out there first, he's just kind of,
Yeah.
But this is just,
it's awesome.
He is balls to the wall. I love this year one Abyss.
He's something else, man. Abyss is you can see why. That's why I think it hurt everybody more that he went where he went. But nobody was angry at him because it was more like, you gave us everything. Just go get the easy check. Like, there's nothing more we need you to do for us.
Right.
Now, looking back in retrospect, Impact being as solid as it is now, I'd love that if he was an agent here. Like if he was an agent today, like he left at a wonky time. He left at a time where it was a little shaky.
Yeah.
But imagine him as a lead agent alongside a D-Lo and a who else is agenting? I think I think it was Sean Davari, Gail is back there, Scott, Don. Imagine Chris doing that back there. That would have been great. So
Tommy's still there.
Tommy, yeah, I'm sorry, Tommy. It'd be, listen, never say never. You never know. I think it's always his home. It's just like, let me take it easy for a little bit. Sure, the wife was like, hey, can you stop like going through tables for like maybe a year? And then we can like just take a few vacations every now and then. But,
so he could still walk,
Yeah. What a total sweetheart of a guy. Real sweet guy.
That's what I've heard.
We go to Scott Hudson with ICP and Too Tough Tony and Rude Boy. And Violent J basically says what Bill's thinking. Bill, this Violent J was speaking for you here. Did you write this down?
I didn't write down all the details because this one I caught on the I had to watch back later due to the issues. So I was just getting it all in. So I did this half of the show. I watched it, but I did not take a bunch of notes. I know he gives them the look at the stain.
Well,
before,
he goes
shouting out Mike TNA.
Oh, I got this. This is the soundbite.
Oh, you have it.
Oh yeah, good.
This is the soundbite. So he gives the mic to was it Violent J. Violent J looks at him and says,
"We got this guy again."
yeah. That thing, I didn't think it was more the demeanor of it. It wasn't an actual like word or insult. It was like, oh.
I love it. J-Bone, good call. Good.
That honestly, that should replace the bell. Everybody in favor of replacing the bell with that?
Wait a minute. Wait, who put you in charge of this bell?
just try it on for size, Trent. Let's just do
it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's pretty good.
He goes. He's like, got this guy again. And he's like, Mike today. Where's Mike today? That's my boy, Mike today. Hey, Mike today. I love it. It's my boy, Mike today.
He is saying what I don't think it's just me. I think a lot of people feel this way about. Like when you're doing a ton of backstage, this is a NWA-TNA thing. If you're going to go backstage all the time with only one interviewer, they better be someone that's likable and not annoying. And that is not Scott Hudson. Like if Scott Hudson did one or two backstage interviews during the whole show, I think I'd be like, fine, forgettable, but he doesn't insult me. He insults me by his presence.
Man, he really doesn't like Scott Hudson at all, does he?
It's just too much.
It's a lot.
It doesn't have the demeanor to be on there that much.
Split it up.
That's another reason why that's another reason why I did this soundbite. I figured you guys would appreciate it.
I agree with you, Bill. Two would have been good. You could have had a man and a woman doing it.
If they did that, it probably would be okay, honestly. It would. But it's just too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. Much. Again, his run there was longer than I remember too. So it's crazy how it's crazy how you see how long these runs are. You don't think about them at the time, but they challenge the heel group from earlier tonight into a Dark Carnival match next week.
Dark Carnival.
And we go to Tenay and West doing the hype up, and Team Canada, show it off, Bill. Show it off. Team Canada comes in here. He's got the jersey on. Look at that. Interrupt, talk about winning the X Cup and how Canada's the greatest and everything. It's got Demore,
which is very fitting, Team Canada, because they're in the news right now.
Team Canada?
Did you not hear?
No,
There's an indie show involving our friend Kevin Martin in Tennessee, September 11th.
Oh, yes.
Good Brothers defending the tag titles against Team Canada 2.0, made up of our X Division champion, Josh Alexander, and the one, the only.
What?
You gotta have him. Oh wait, hold on. Where'd he go?
Man.
He ran away from me.
I'm curious. I didn't see any of this.
Yeah.
It's definitely
wait,
a
hold
hint.
on.
It's definitely a hint for a future Team Canada.
Yeah. This
We've
is
been
the
waiting for it
first.
since Slammiversary, but it's tagging with the coach.
Are you kidding me?
He's putting the
Coach
singlet
Demore
back on.
is back.
He's wrestling?
Yep.
Wrestling with Josh Alexander, and there's a promo on J-Bone. Can we pull up this promo on the Twitter?
Yeah.
Mark says it's in the Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, did they put it in the Discord? The actual promo?
Kevin posted
No, he
in the
didn't.
Discord.
He didn't post the promo. I'm gonna
He
give
did.
you. He put the
Didn't he?
promo. I don't know if he put the promo.
Pull it up. I want to see this. Now, here's the thing. Keep this in mind. Demore,
I'll put it in the private.
when the masked Rhino came in and ran in on Slam 19. So 19, yeah. That was Demore under the hood, and he looked great. So let's get Team Canada AAW. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you find it, just drop it in there.
All right, put it in
Okay.
the private chat.
All right, here we go. We got it in the chat. Pull it up, Jay. Let's see this. Mayhem Live. Is that what it is? Mayhem
Yeah.
Wrestling. You're telling me they cut a
Yeah,
promo?
I believe Kevin is he's the ring announcer.
While you're pulling that up, let me just mention the next thing here. So
All right.
I'll finish that segment out. Team AAA comes out. Mexico comes out to confront Team Canada. They all start brawling right there ringside. Nice little wild brawl. Good stuff. And then I'll just mention the next segment real quick before J-Bone plays it. So Scott Hudson with Harrison Storm just talking about the Shane Douglas match coming up later on. So we'll leave it at that. Go ahead, J-Bone, play this. And
All right.
we'll talk about the main over here.
There we go.
There we go.
You're gonna love this.
I have not seen this. The first time I'm seeing. All right, here we go.
All right,
They cut
here
it an Impact background. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So they cut
What?
this at the last tapings.
No
Yeah.
shit. All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
September 11th, the match is made. The Good Brothers, the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, need challengers. Well, I'm not one to shy away from a challenge, and I needed a partner. And I scoured the Impact locker room, and I found the only person I think that could stand next to me in a tag team match against the Good Brothers. That's you, Coach Demore. I think you need to dust off the suit and get the hockey jersey back.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, Good Brothers. Look, I love you guys. That's why I brought you here. But the fact is, you're a pretty big pain in the ass sometimes. That's why myself and the X Division champion, the man who says he's going to be the face of Impact Wrestling, and I believe him. That's why we're coming to Mayhem Wrestling September 11th, Mount Pleasant, Tennessee. And, I'm not coming as the EVP. So I think this headset, I'm going to take that off for a bit. I think these glasses, I'm going to toss them aside. And I think as Arn Anderson would say, I'm going to take that watch off one more time. And you're not going to be facing just any tag team. You're going to be facing Team Canada 2.0 when the coach dons the tights for the first time in years, and he's in there with the absolute wrestling machine, Josh Alexander. So, Good Brothers, September 11th, Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, isn't going to be a good time. It's going to be a disaster for you because I love you guys, and I'll go back to being your boss the next day. But to September 11th, you are going to have just an unworthy, indestructible force in Josh Alexander, and I can't wait to tap dance all over your stupid, bald heads. Yes, yes, yes!
That was phenomenal. That was absolutely phenomenal. Bill, are you going?
I was talking to Kevin about this.
Okay.
I have a show in New York the night before.
10.
And then I have the Ring of Honor pay-per-view on Sunday.
On the 13th.
Saturday's
Oh,
technically free, but very tough to squeeze that in.
you gotta really do a little wonkiness there.
Very wonky.
Yeah. And don't tire yourself out. You got a lot going on that weekend. So
Yeah, and then that's going right into the tapings.
that was
Into the next week.
fantastic. Sabinite's here.
Good stuff.
Sabinite, was this the show you were not at? Justin, I think, said earlier this was the show you weren't at. So we're just about to wrap, though. Let's set up the final segment. But that's awesome. That promo was
That is
phenomenal.
so awesome. That promo, like, I wanted to go, but I'm like, oh man, if it was like any other weekend, I probably could have made it work. But man, that announcement, nothing else on the card. I was doing the math of trying to get there. I'm like, all right, if I get home from New York at like 1 a.m., hop in the car, I can make it to the show. But then getting back's the big issue. Like to make it then for the other show, that'd be real tight because it's not just Nashville; it's like another hour plus from Nashville.
Oh, man. See, I want to know, Bill, are you in the bathroom mirror talking to yourself like, all right, listen, if you get back from New York at 1 a.m. and you get in the car and you get right on driving at 1:15, you can make it to Nashville. Goddamn, are you talking to yourself?
I do the math. I don't know if I said it today. I don't think I said it to the chat or if you heard this. Adam Impact sends me a Twitter message at like 5 p.m. Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Are you in St. Louis for NWA?"
Yeah, he was there.
I'm like, no. He's like, I got 2 front row seats next to me. What's the first? Before I even respond to him. Now, what's it? It's 5 p.m. in my area. That show's probably in like 3 or 4 hours. I see if there's any flights available. Of course, there's not.
I mean, it's an hour flight, right? Hour and a half. That's
it's
a short
probably
flight.
like a 2-hour flight. But there's obviously the only flights from here that leave there direct were like at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So they were long gone by then.
Well, people, I told you like a couple of days before. That's one thing, man.
Oh yeah, I would have been there. I'm like, if I knew even yesterday, I told them I would be there.
He's on camera all show. I saw little like videos and stuff, and I'm like, Adam Impact.
I'm like,
right
you
there.
know you're going next time. You give me the heads up. Yeah. I'm right next to you.
He was right there, man. Even our old boss, I should say, was there. BQ was on at the show too. He lives in the area. He lives in the St. Louis area too.
Very nice.
He was there.
Isn't Odark because he's also owes my money?
I did that for Mark. Mark wanted that played. All right, let's set up the final segment of number 84 here. Jared interrupts, grabs a microphone, bitching about Russo. Like just
about time we had Jared.
Yeah. Oh, here, cowbell.
Yeah, cowbell.
So Jared interferes. He threatens everybody. I do like the threat. He's threatening Borash. He's threatening Tiny. He's threatening TNA. West, God damn it, TNA, get that face off your neck and all that shit. He's telling him, he's like, Tiny, I'll whoop your ass. He's slapping Tiny around. He's like, I want my workout. God damn it, I want my workout. Like he's just holding it hostage. Harris comes in, makes the save. Franchise comes and starts beating him. They go right to the match. Shane Douglas, Chris Harris. Heavy D is reffing because they're out of referees. Consistent to what they showed us earlier. I will give them that. Continuity. Continuity's there. It's not like Rudy Charles just rolled himself out there. So I thought it was great. I thought Harris, again, star at this point. Like, this is a made man, and it's killing me when I'm seeing these performances that I'm like, I can't believe this won this title. But I think Shane looked great. I think Shane brought it. Let's stop there. Let's get the thoughts on the match alone right there. What do you guys think? J-Bone, you're snickering.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm grinning because this the crowd was on fire for this. The crowd was really on fire for a majority of the show, and by the end of the show, I was just, damn, this is just so good. A little awkward with Shane Douglas because he's in street clothes. Harris, looks, pretty well whipped at this point, but does some good comeback and stuff, and actually wins the match. It's just it's like the umpteenth. It's like Chris Jericho just went through like the 5 labors of Chris Jericho, and this feels eerily similar. It's like they're just throwing everything at Chris Harris to get him ready for Jeff Jarrett. So it's nuts. I love this.
I thought it was cool. Bill, match-wise, thoughts on this?
I thought it was cool. I'm with Jay. You could definitely tell that Harris was a little gassed in this match, especially towards the end. But Shane, impressive for sure in this match.
Yep. Psychology was great.
Yeah, he was telling a good story in there. And obviously, the end wasn't fantastic. But it furthered the story with the shenanigans at the end. I'm not sure how that makes Harris look. I don't know if it made him look stronger or weaker. It seemed like maybe weaker.
So at the end, okay, so we do this whole thing. Harris wins, but then Russo comes out real low key, and I thought it was smart because he's talking to Harris. He goes, "You think you're ready?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm ready. What do you think? You think he's ready?" It's a Storm. He's ready, goddamn it. He's like, "Then why do you keep interfering in his matches?" And I'm like, "Ooh, now point. That was good.
Yeah,
that was real good." And I'm like, "Whoo."
Well, and Storm didn't even come back. Well, you know, he didn't make excuses like, "Oh yeah, well, dude, Douglas had the chain in his drawers. He had it shoved up his ass. He pulled it all the way out of his ass. He wrapped around his hand, and he hit my guy with it. And it stunk, and everybody in the front row passed out from it." No, he didn't really.
J-Bone. Yeah, very specific.
Not all
TMI, J-Bone.
You got hair on your booty cheeks.
Oh. He didn't really do all that.
But it was brilliant. I think Russo here. Well, this was so. Why do you keep interfering in his matches then? And it's like, you know what? I don't think you're ready because you keep pulling this BS. After all I've been doing, you're not ready for the 17th. I'm gonna postpone it. And then Harris snaps, corners him, and says, "It's happening no matter what. The contracts are signed. You know, like that. I don't care what you say. I'm doing it." You know, and again, I wrote down my counts. How did Harris not win this title? And then Russo's like, "You're not ready, but you know what? Go right ahead. You think you're ready? Go right ahead then, because I'm trying to help you out. But you think you're ready? You got it." And then they start brawling. Jarrett and Harris are brawling. At one point, Harris leapfrogs Heavy D to get that. I thought the leapfrog was cool. I wrote that down.
He's done some crazy athletic stuff. Like ever since that move off the freaking top of the cage.
Now let me ask you guys.
How he walked away from that.
Nuts. Let me ask you guys this then. Now he told I got to go back and listen. I could have sworn he told us that the decision was made the day of to not move the title. But do you think
believe that's correct? I believe
right?
That's correct. That sounds familiar. Yes.
Do you think they set this up as like this is our out in case we need to get out of it? Because we told him he wasn't ready, and he's like, "No, I want it anyway." Now you could very well go through with the win, but this is a little bit of an out because it's like I told you weren't ready, you rushed it, you set up an out here. Do you think that's what they were doing? Was there setting up an out for him? I don't know, Bill.
I don't know. I think we're maybe giving them too much credit.
I think so. I don't know. I think they were setting up a little bit. Jay, what do you think?
I don't know.
I feel like Russo had this story covered nicely. I feel like he had it covered nicely because he did the, why do you keep interfering here?
This would be a great thing to have Russo on for, honestly.
I'd love, because Russo,
it feels like he's never truly answered that.
No, because Russo did talk about this too when he came on our show. He mentioned, Chris Harris was supposed to be the guy. He talked about,
but they never talk about why it wasn't at the end.
Yeah,
like it was like, he was, but what was what pushed that direction?
It's incredible to me, though, when you think about it. Everybody, this is the one that gets talked about a lot. Raven's a big one, but Harris not, because I think what kills it for people is that he leaves a few years later, never having won it, and it's just like his career went this whole wonky direction. Yeah. And everybody's like, he was the fucking guy. Like, had you guys pulled the trigger, what could have been here, And I think it kills me because I'm like, he could have. Storm ended up being what Chris Harris should have been.
But that was so much later, Storm. It was so much later.
Imagine Chris Harris. I'm talking of like this prime Chris Harris.
He didn't have the push early like Harris did.
Yeah. Continuing on though. Imagine if
Harris more looked like a guy that should be up north at the time.
And he went. He tried.
Big, very athletic.
Handful of matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a sad story.
Yeah.
Sad story. But a wonderful guy. Over an hour with him on the show.
One of our best guests on here.
I would love. You know what? I gotta get him back maybe next week. Because I think we're in such a next week.
This is his run. This is his run. Yeah.
Well, no, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Let's try to aim for him for 2 weeks. Like, be on me about it. Let me your contact.
Should we do the the 1v1 Russo and Harris?
Ooh, you know what? Let me get Harris.
That's a dream show right there.
Let me get Harris. I know Vince is going through a ton of stuff right now. He bought the Realm Network. They were setting it all up, and somebody hacked it. You guys hear about this?
I know. Yeah, I remember I put it on our little. Thing. What's the deal with the brand?
Yeah. I saw a post on his YouTube, real brief one, a little video, and I thought it was like a throwback thing he put up. Was that this is all current?
Current stuff. He was trying to create non-wrestling shows. He's like, I'm doing 30, and he wanted, conservative. He wanted a couple of conservatives. He wanted some liberals. He wanted everything to be represented on the network. Talk about whatever. He gave Val Venus a show, and he gave Aubrey Huff a show. Both outspoken right guys. But he also had people on. He was just giving. Listen, he's like, they're friends of his. He's like, I'm just giving them platforms.
Right.
Somebody went nuts on him. Hacked the site. Like, you're a fucking this and that.
You had to be prepared if you're going to do something like that.
He got a lot.
His people weren't prepared.
No, and then the guy who acted,
it was
reached out.
Security all over again. Yeah, it was handling his website.
I tell you, man, it's been a disaster, and like he's trying to figure it all out. And the guy reached out. I'm just trying to protect you, and I'm doing you a favor. He's like, you cost me $20,000. Like, you're not doing me any fucking favors.
Wow. And then from what I heard, though, he was going back to the same people to implement all this.
I heard
sound like a big mistake.
No, he got a new developer with better.
Okay, yeah. Because that first couple days, they were talking about just going back to the same guys. Like, dude, that's not what you do in that situation.
Clearly, the guy didn't set up. The guy didn't set up a firewall. Clearly, so he's got a new guy. It should be done soon. But like, I'm a subscriber to the brand. They can't. It's not in the RSS feed. Dead. It's like you won't come to my iTunes anymore. They're sending links out every day. So, which is fine. It works. I'm getting a link in I'm still getting my shows, but what a mess. But they're doing well by it. But yeah, if he's not too busy, if he can do a one-on-one with her, I'll tell him if we can get Chris locked in. I'll see if Russo's willing to come on for a few. That'd be great.
We'll see if Chris is cool. I'm sure Russo wouldn't have a problem, but see if Chris is okay with that first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chris for sure. For sure. Now Mir said something really interesting. Chris Harris 2004 reminds you of Moose 2021. Isn't this the goddamn truth?
Now, I would say non-Moose 2021. I'd say Moose 2019, 2018.
Maybe even better. Yeah. Moose 2021 is like Raven.
Yeah. More so that. Correct.
They got him that close. Well, that's the show, guys. That's it. Let me just wrap and put a bow on that. But that's action-packed shit. I mean, there's so much in 04. I say it every week. As soon as 04 started with the Asylum, it's been just bullets. Like, they're hitting everything right now.
They're doing pretty good, except for the biggest issue of that era, and for many years thereafter, it's the finishes. They don't know how to finish matches, storylines. That's an issue. That's an ongoing issue. They don't know how to tie bows on things.
Well, and there's medication out there for that too. Those little blue pills makes you.
J-Bone, we're not talking about. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, we're talking about.
No, we're not talking about that. You're right though. Like, sometimes you got to just stand and be like, you know what, you're gonna lose. We're not schmozzing the finish.
They couldn't handle that. They schmozz everything.
Yeah.
And then they don't schmozz stuff that seems like, well, like we look back and we didn't even remember that D'Lo was the most over guy in Impact Wrestling.
Nope. Like, what in the world? Like,
hey, like we knew Raven, we knew things like that, but man.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff. Hindsight's 2020. So we'll see. But that's the show, guys. That's number 84. We thank you for joining us. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for the super chat, folks. Anybody watching on Twitch, YouTube, please go ahead and sub, share bits, super chat, whatever. Amazon Prime members get the free sub. Do that. But we appreciate that. It's been a fun one. We'll be back with 85 next week. I'm looking forward to it's the America's X Cup next week on this. Scott Demore promo, which was fantastic. Ted, we're done. We just finished, bud. You can rewind if you want.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, but definitely listen. I want to tell everybody, have a great week, guys. This is it's holiday week. I got an extra day off. I got AAW Destination Chicago this week. If you're hanging around Thursday, it's a big wrestling week. The show sold out in Chicago. There might be a couple open seats on Thursday. No promises. those things happen. You know, you just find those little pockets of where did all these chairs come from? You know, but Fight TV, we just announced it. Fred Yehi, Josh Alexander in the main event. It's gonna be cuckoo bananas. Josh does bring the belt with him, Bill, and he has the belt. And I asked something. I asked him. I said, photo ops with the belt. He goes, they eat it up. He goes, I can't get enough of these people. Just go nuts. Is
Penzer involved with that? Is he arranging any of this?
No, he hit me up the other day too. Penzer's like, why didn't you do Thursdays anymore? He goes, why you should get? He's like, get over and go back to Thursday. I go, talk to J-Bone. He fired.
So J-Bone is telling guys not to go to weddings of their brothers, kicking people off podcasts.
Unbelievable. But guys, no, definitely give it. I'm sure Truck might.
This is sick. This is sick. This whole place is going to hell in a handbasket.
Sure is. But guys, check it out. AAW, I'll be there producing. My buddy Skull right here. He'll be there doing it alongside with me, doing it well. That's our show back in Chicago. Like I said, we got Juice Robinson's on this. Allison Kay.
Hopefully his knee's okay.
Yes. Yeah, he should be okay. It's, tape.
You know,
from the Miyagi.
Yes, he's just rubbing your hands together.
We gotta talk after the show though.
From 1984.
Because this little show of yours is booked during another show that we do on Thursday night.
Yeah. It's during Impact. You know what? Play the sad harmonica for that one. But check that out if you want to watch it later on. You can order on site. But let's get
you can watch it later.
Turn that frown upside down, my man.
Hey, all right, Bill. Where can they follow you online?
They can follow me mainly on the Twitter at my name, William M. Gardner, Gardner. As Zach would like to say, maybe someday on the Instagram. You'll never know. I am there, but maybe I'll post some pictures. I did actually download some pictures off my phone earlier today.
Hey, there's hope for this Instagram yet. J-Bone going live at 3 a.m. On Twitch and stuff. But where can they follow you otherwise?
You can find me over that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast, where we're smashing things at 2 and 3 and 4 a.m. It sounds really naughty. Anyways, I just did a lovely little video earlier about all the free agents finding homes lately. So go check that out. It talks AEW and Impact Wrestling, along with some interesting little scenarios that you might enjoy. If you aren't a part of the TNI patron gimmick that we do on Sunday nights, and you might be interested because I did it there too. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's the bobblehead. That's the bobblehead, Bill. Thanks. So, yeah, you can find that on YouTube, Twitch, and anchor.fm/smash this podcast for all your audio needs.
D-Lo will be there, too.
But, are you down, J-Bone?
Are you down with the brown?
I am down.
Bill, you need to find the D-Lo Brown UPS logo shirt that he used to have. The D-Lo UPS logo. Guys, you get me at Trensberry over on Twitter. Also, the Backstage Boys podcast on Monday nights talking production of indie wrestling. New episode is out. Go check that out. Type in Backstage Boys, comes up. But this show, at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, just type in Total Nonstop Impact. It comes right up. All audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Rate, review, and subscribe, please. Don't forget. Definitely helps the algorithm. Big shout out again on the charts in Uganda, guys. And Uganda. 4 weeks in a row in Uganda. We appreciate it.
That is wild. We love Uganda.
We love Uganda. Thank you. This one's for Uganda. But thank you guys in Uganda, keeping us on the charts on Apple. We appreciate that. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact, YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact, ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact, and then Spreadshirt.com. Just type in Total Nonstop Impact on the search for Spreadshirt. It comes right up. Kamala, who was not from Uganda. He was from where was he from?
He was the Ugandan.
Oh yeah, the Ugandan Giant. This is for Kamala.
Yeah,
goes to Kamala. You actually met Kamala, huh? Very nice. Very nice, Bill. But no, thank you. The spirit of Kamala lives, and TNI. But yeah, Spreadshirt guys. Pro
Well,
Wrestling
speaking of, he was at a wedding. That's his appearance in TNA.
That's right. His one TNA appearance, he made.
Unlike our listener, who will not be at a wedding.
Wendy and who was it again? What was it? Mikey and Wendy. I hope it works out in the family. Just go go to the wedding, Mikey. Don't go to the Impact.
I might have to join the Patreon and join some family dinner.
But guys, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy your holiday, all the U.S. folks. Enjoy your holiday. I know some companies are giving bonus days off. Mine gave me Friday off as well, so it's great because I got AAW Thursday and bonus day off. So I'm going to enjoy that.
To my Friday, it's going to be rough.
You got a rough Friday? Yeah, you got a lot going on.
I have to get there in the dark, so I have a 5:45 a.m. appointment.
Oh crap! For work?
For work.
Oh boy, 5:45. Ah, that's not right, Bill.
That's not right, and it's like an hour away. So.
Oh, come on. At least get some. Hope we get a good breakfast out of this. You know, you earned your breakfast. But I wish Bill some luck. He's going to be doing TNI and then waking up at 3 a.m. to do this. So, guys, J-Bo, make it an hour and a half show tops. You know, don't kill the guy. He's got an appointment the next day. So
yeah, well, I mean, I was contemplating just giving it to Bill that night because I want to watch the AAW show live. So
there you go, Captain.
Oh, then Bill runs a tight ship. It's got to be a quick show.
It's done in 48 minutes. Done.
We'll at least go an hour, but it'll be like an hour and 20.
It could be like it could be you and Truck, and then me and Mark will handle AAW duties.
It's like Callahan beat Edwards, Morrissey beat Mac, Swan beats Gallows. Thank you, everybody. Good night from TNI. That's it. All right. Speaking of which, we're out of here, guys. Thanks for hanging. We appreciate it. Catch TNI UK should be on tomorrow. I didn't get anything from them though. Not sure if they're on tomorrow. I think they are.
They are on tomorrow. I know Bison was promoting it the other day.
He was?
So.
Okay.
They had a cover they were throwing around. So
okay. TNI UK tomorrow, 12 Central Time, US, 6 p.m. UK time. Then every Tuesday, like I said right here, is Time Machine Tuesday for Throwback Asylum shows. Thursday, Watch Along, Reaction Show, Main Show, Post Show for Impact Access TV, plus all the pay-per-views. Patreon.com/WeTalkImpact as well for all bonus shows. Tons of bonus stuff. We just did a watch along of Ring of Honor's released episode. That was chosen by the TNI fam. So you never know. But join the Discord. Discord link is in the description below. Biggest Impact Wrestling fan-built community on the web. You'll love it. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate that. We will see you tomorrow for TNI UK. Everybody have a great night and take care. See ya.